to see, but at the same time, so horrible to see because I wanted to be one of those people getting the motherfucking check. Okay. But we left off episode 7 with pretty much player 830 basically has to eliminate her 2 best friends, one of her friends in 697, or her enemy in the game and potential threat 380, aka Dino, the other person left in the game who declined $1 million earlier in the season. Now, Dino chose Jazz as bait pretty much, like, I'm hoping 830 doesn't choose you to get eliminated. You know, you don't deserve this. You and her are maybe close. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. But let's see what happens. Now, I don't think 830 is going to pull the lever and stop these two from going home. I think she's going to let the train go. Unfortunately, Jazz is just going to have to be collateral damage. And Dino will be going home today. But let's see what happens. And like I said, okay, I'm always right. I'm in Aries, so I'm always right. Like, you can't tell me that I'm not always right. So don't even try. But 830 does not pull the lever, and Dino and Jazz go home. Dino's like, pull the lever. I didn't know we had beef. Blah, da, 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 da. It didn't work. Jazz is like, do whatever in your heart. I know you're going to make the right decision. I'm not going to hold you to it. I know it's hard. I totally get it. I'm not going to, help you come to your decision. Like, I trust that you're going to do the right thing. And I know what it is. Like, it's okay. And she doesn't pull the lever, 830. She's crying her eyes out. She knows that her friend Jazz is going home off of some bullshit. Guess who you need to blame, though? Not Dino. Jimmy. Blame Jimmy, okay? So these two are pissed at Dino. And honestly, pretty much the rest of the cast, too. They feel like he was disingenuous. It contradicts everything he did last time, basically referring to when he declined the $1 million. And they're just not with it. They feel like it was not supposed to be Jazz. And so does 830. She's like, unfortunately, she was caught in the crossfire and it had to be done. But Dino is not going to choose one of his friends to go out with him, whether he wanted integrity or not. I get it, guys. Like, maybe I should take one of my friends out or my best buddy with me. But why would he do that? He wants his friends to win just like the rest of you. So it's a seesaw for sure. In 817, she is speaking facts right now. She's like, yo, if you took that $1 million earlier, Dino, like, everybody would have understood that. Like, you getting money and you're staying in the game. Like, I don't think that's a stupid move. I think that's a smart move. You're eliminating a bunch of competition and you're winning money and still competing. But right here, I can't respect your move right here. I feel like you deserve to go after that point because that shit was shiesty. So as we all know from last episode, this was the last elimination of this game, round, whatever you want to fucking call it. And now there's 10 people left in the game. These are our final 10 out of 1,000, basically 2,000 people that were chosen based off his first YouTube video before the season premiered. And this is insane. We're almost getting down to the end. I feel like it's over and I don't want to be over. Like, I'm just not ready for it. Like, it was so good. I just can't believe, like, we're down to 10 people. Like, they better start going out one by one and we have more episodes. Like, I'm not finished with this. like, I'm not. Why is it going so fast? Relax. There better be more than 10 episodes. Or Jimmy, you could have made this a YouTube video. Jimmy's like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I told you last night it would be... Shut up, bitch. Before I hop over this fucking train. Like, no, you just pissed me off. I just eliminated, like, my best friend. Like, I told you so. Remain and let's see what fucked up shit Jimmy's gonna bring them through. Because we know that 10 players, woo child, Jimmy's gonna have some motherfucking fun with them. Okay? Yeah. So after leaving the challenge, the rest of the 10 players go back to B City and they're just kind of reminiscing like how they got here, what they went through, who saved them, how they wouldn't even have been here if that person didn't save them. And they're just sad. Like, this place was full and now it's fucking empty. It's a fucking ghost town. Like, there's only 10 of us remaining and one of us are about to be a millionaire. Like, this is crazy. As the cast react on the season and reflect, they pretty much start to notice different things that happened while they were away. And there's new numbers on the towers. So they know Jimmy has something up their sleeve. And the numbers represent the amount of players that are left in the game. So that's very interesting. Looks like everyone's going to have their own floor. Let's see what the fuck Jimmy's got us at the edge of our seat for now. But this is nice. They're talking about each one of them all now has their own individual house. Like, they got their own house on Beast Games. Still in around over $5 million on this nice-ass motherfucking city. Courtyard. Like, sign me up for season 2, Jimmy. Stop playing with me. I didn't even think about this, but as the episode goes on, with them returning in Beast City, it's giving individual. Like, we're not going to be doing teams. It's not going to be team games. Like, it's giving lonely. It's giving, like, studio apartment. It cuts basically when they're reviewing their lonely ass motherfucking apartment. Jimmy calls them all out and it's like, y'all, something serious happened. Legals are here. 937. We reviewed some footage and we saw that you miss your family. Like, what? Jimmy, don't be scaring me. Like, there's $5 million on the line. You play too much fucking games. You're being a bully. You're doing brutal shit. You're getting me to eliminate myself or my best friend. And now you're trying to play games with me and ruin my chance of going home. Like, Jenny, I'm not with it. Don't play that shit with me. All right? Don't. If I'm on season 2, be straight up. I'm in Aries. We don't beat around the fucking bush. All right? But I'm so happy. Like, she's crying. Her family's here. They're wearing her jersey. This is nice. I hope he does that for everyone. Because the game's getting real and they need this motivation. They need something positive because he's been being messy. He's been having them do sad, brutal shit, and they need a bit of joy. All right, Jimmy? This is a good one. This is something good you're finally doing this whole motherfucking season. It took you 8 motherfucking episodes, and after 937, Caesar family, everyone's like, I just wish it was my family. I don't know how long it's been, but relax. And he's just like, well, bring them all out because everyone's family is here. So I love this moment. We see this in like Survivor. I watch the show like The Challenge, but they don't ever bring their families out there. So it's nice to see, especially a competition where it's by chance, it's by luck, it's by someone else's hands, it's drama, it's betrayal. Like, you need this in the game, and this is a great moment to watch. In these little moments where they're talking to their family and their loved ones, we get to get a little backstory on these characters. You know, since we're journaling down, we get to really get to know these people. 830, she's a wrestler. She was homeless. She wants to win the money so she can provide for homeless children so they don't have to live the life that she had, and she can be the role model that she needed in her childhood for that. I think that's amazing. I feel like I have a similar... And she also has a husband that works hard and takes care of her, so she'd love to get back to him and stop him from working, retire him. And we find out that player 566 has basically kids through IVF and surrogacy, and he basically wants to live good, provide for his family, and he already spent a lot of money going through that. So he'd love to just have time with them and be there with them. Player 453, his name is Michael. He's a Grammy winner. My name's also Michael. If my mom was still alive, I'd be wanting to do this for my mom, so I feel him on this. He wants to do this for his mom, even though he went through tough love. So did I. My mom was a single mom. She worked really hard. She spent a lot of her time working, but she provided in other ways, you know, shelter, food, always brought me anything I wanted, but she was barely around. We needed quality time. And when she was just about to get fine and be there, she got really sick, and then I had to take care of my mom. So I totally feel him. I love his story of how he wants to win the money just to get out of debt and be there for his family and help them out and have everyone around him just live a good life. That would be pretty much me, honestly. So I'm rooting for Michael right now, pretty much. And 830. Emma is 22 with a husband. She basically just wants to build a life for herself. She wants to buy a house and start a family and help her sisters and her family out and just live good. Emma is also the youngest one, so she has a lot to prove. And 817 wants the money for herself. She wants to live out her dreams. She wants to live life with no worries because she's got money. She can do what she wants, and she doesn't have to worry about whether you're going to get by the next day or having to afford your expenses. She just wants to be relinquished from all the stress and all the anxiety that comes with not being rich. We get it, girl. We all there. We know that Dilp over here, y'all know from my last video, he eating right now, especially on my plate. Get his wife out of here. But he wants to do this for his sick kid. He has obviously a rare disease, and obviously he wants the money to deal with that situation, and we all get it. And he's in my top 3 faves, okay? So y'all already know I'm rooting for Michael, I'm rooting for 803, and I'm rooting for Dill, okay? And after that, we went through kind of almost every character's reason of why they want to win the money and why they're here. And Jim is like, cut it short. Like, we need y'all to go. We need to get back to competition. Like, this is still a show. This ain't vacation. This isn't cuddle up with my family. Like, I gave y'all a treat. Now they got to go. And some of you will be going right behind them. Okay? Jimmy allows their families to leave, and he walks them over like, as he may have noticed, there's this big box. Yeah, this big ass box in the middle of Beach City with question marks on it. Let's find out what's inside because some of you are about to go home. Jimmy tells them, like, the big box in the middle, there's going to be 10 keys, 1 for each house. And you kind of want a lower number. And pretty much they have a vote for, like, placement. Whoever gets key 1 gives the key to key 2. And key 2 gets the key to key 3. Basically, so on, so on. And they choose 830. They're like, you've been leading us this whole motherfucking season. You have great integrity. You are upfront. You're not dodgy. So we're choosing you. And they choose her, and they're happy. And she's like almost crying because, like, she probably has never felt this way in her life, but always knew she had it in her. And the fact that she has strangers look up to her like this and think of her in this light, it must be an amazing feeling for her. And she must feel so blessed. And it basically gets her teary-eyed. Like, and that's my bitch, okay? You and I feel the same way, and I'm not even there. I'm behind the motherfucking camera. I mean, the screen. And I'm like, give me a cake, okay? And so pretty much she says, I'm going to do what's right and what's honest. And she gives it to Michael, 453. Now, we know the DILF, 831, is her best friend in the game. But she probably doesn't want to make that known to the competition just yet. So she chooses someone maybe kind of in the middle. People know she's kind of closer to, even though she's kind of closer to all of them. But something that won't reveal that they're really working together and they're as tight. She probably also knows that Michael or maybe the next person will choose 831, so he'll be safe regardless. So pretty much, as I said, key holder 1 gets the key 2, key holder 2 gets the key 3, and so on. So you can see who gave the key to who. Now, these pairs were interesting because obviously we didn't really get to see the dynamic between each person in their relationships. Maybe we're finding some of this out now for the first time. I didn't expect 831 to be, you know, in the middle or 817 at the end, just because I feel like we saw more of them earlier in the seasons than some of these people here. But I guess we're going to find out. I feel bad for 817. She literally was just crying, lost her best friend, was on the verge of going home. And some of these people we haven't even seen freaking out, crying, like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be in the game. And they're just floating by. And now we're getting to see them. So definitely interesting to see. And I wonder how this is all going to play out. And maybe there's some twist where 817 gets some kind of advantage. Jimmy basically tells them that you can no longer speak. And I'm going to call each one of you out in order. And pretty much there's $1 million in this box. You can take as little, as much as you want as possible. Some of you will get no money, but he doesn't really say what happens if all the money is gone and multiple players don't get money. So I guess we're going to find out. But this is nice. He's giving away more money, and one person can win $1 million right now. And again, it's 830. Girl, if you decline it this time, I'm going to want to fight you. Shit, that's $2 million in total there. You gave out. You better win this motherfucking game. I'll tell you that. Although each person who takes money, it's in secrecy. No one's going to know after. All they will see is how much money is left, but not who took it. So this is an interesting game to see, but obviously they said you want to choose someone you trust because maybe they give you the best chance. 830 Tawana, she plays fair. She said 10 people trusted her. I mean, she declined $1 million. Are we shocked that she's only going to take her share? Like, no, I'm not. She really sticking with her words, sticking to her guns. She's playing in this game with a good heart, and I respect it. She could have taken more money. She could have been more selfish. She could have just only let Michael know how much money she took. But she's like, no, I know that I'm taking more from someone else if I take more than 100 grand. So she's not with it. She is like 100 grand. Jimmy's like, no one else. She's like, I don't give up. Give me my 100 grand and I'm going back to my house. The fuck? And she does. Michael is being secret about how much he's going to take. So I feel like he's going to take a little more than 100 grand. But let's see what happens. Now, y'all saw me earlier in the video. I said Aries are always right. Trust. In 23, that's not 100 grand. That's not equal between the 10 players. That is double his share and more. So you know the next person not going to take 100 grand only. Are we stupid? The next person should probably just take the rest, honestly. Now, JC, look at Jimmy's co-host in the back. Me too. You just said you needed 530 for your mortgage, your debt, and you're taking 650 and you want to leave some for Emma? 27 grand maybe? That's crazy. You could at least gave her 100K grant and took your 530. Like, but you know what? Teach your own, because those other people were selfish and you just obviously seen that and you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it too. And I don't blame you. And you got kids and you just went through a lot and you're older. So good for you. So that's how much potentially, yes, that he wants to leave for Emma. I love that this number is small because I think it really gives Emma the opportunity to just take what's left. But what sucks is that that's going to put a target on her back. And it's because of her friend, the one she trusted the most. Low-key, cut that. Low-key, I'm kind of happy that this happened because I think it would have been boring if all of them just split the $1 million. Like, somebody needed to be... Somebody needed to do this. I really didn't expect it to be this 566% after all the shit he was just talking to Dino about. But money makes people do crazy things. No, I just love it. It's because people have to understand that you came in this game as an individual for yourself. Why are you beating yourself up? You should be happy. You should be thrilled. You just won over $500,000. But this is what's going through his head, is how everyone else is feeling. I didn't come here for everyone else. I didn't come here for strangers. Put that fucking smile on your face and be happy for your family back at home who's going to love that money when you come home with it, okay? Like, yeah, this is not a game of friends. This is not a game of, I want the world to like me. Bitch, like yourself when you have that money, okay? Why are you shaking your head? You should be jumping up and down. I would be throwing that money, tossing it up in the air. Like, I don't care what nobody else is thinking. I'm going home with this money, whether I win or not. Like, my life has just changed. What are you down for? You left your girl Emma some money. She should be grateful because you didn't come in this game for her. Pick your fucking head up. He about to piss me off. Am I a bad person? I'm a bad person. It's fine. I'm rich. But my girl Emma, the youngest one who needs this motherfucking money because she's probably got none to her fucking name because she's so fucking young. She don't go out there to 27 grand, not even the 100 grand that she's possibly expecting. But she gotta take it all, girl. And if you don't, you dumb. I'm sorry. Same things, girl. Same girl, same. Same girl. Like, mind motherfucking blowing. Like, girl, I'm taking the money. Ashley Mitchell, this man has belittled me. He's lied to me. He's slut-shamed me. I'm taking the money. Like, girl, take the fucking money. Take all of it. Don't drop your jaw. You're going home with 27 grand. And you better. She is rethinking everything she was just about to do. She can't believe it. This is a competition, Emma. Why are you taking only 5,000 out of 27 grand? If I was your family, I would not be upset at you if you took 27 grand. If they are, they're dumb. They're real motherfucking dumb. Nobody in this world cares that much about people. Bitch, if that was the case, there would not be homeless people. I would not be here right now. Like, let's stop being nice. This is not the nice game. This is beast games. This is brutal competition, not nice girl competition. You must be really confident that you're going to win if you're going to take 5 grand out of 27 grand after the way Beast Games has gone. Like, no one on TV is going to be like, I respect Emma so much. She didn't take, like, let's give her a call. We're going to put her on our show. Or she's going down as a legend in history. Like, no, bitch, no, you're done. I'm sorry, you're done. At 22-year-old, that's what you are. And that's what you're getting. Why is everyone playing nice game? You're not taking nothing? What did you come here for? I don't know. I don't understand. These people are pissing me off. Over 1,000 people didn't leave with money. If you wanted them to leave with money, then you should have been quit and had them take your spot. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? No one cares that much. Like, just quit it. Just stop. You don't care that much. You don't. You don't. Let's stop pretending for TV and the cameras. You don't. You're just dumb. And if you do, that's what you are. Like, I really can't believe 930 Patrick. He thinks based off how much money you take, it's going to be advantage in the future if you take a little bit. That's what you're going off of? I mean, clearly you've been watching too much motherfucking TV. Secure a fucking bag, okay? You don't even know what the lowest amount someone took is. I will sure tell you that no one took 0. I will say that. So good thinking on your part, but dumb move. The deal, my deal, 831 Jeff, takes $7,272,000. Doesn't really say why, random number. But like, what are you doing too? Just take the rest of the money. It's down, it's low, it's down to nothing. Like, so many people didn't go home with money, and I don't see you boo-hooing over them. Like, it's not up to you. Why do you feel like it's on your shoulders? Like, they got an opportunity. Everyone still got paid coming out regardless. It's not like they wasted their time. They benefit from being on TV. Like, think about all the positives that they also went through and not just the negative of going home with nothing. Because that might be you trying to be too motherfucking nice. And now you're not going to be satisfied with your decision later on and possibly not even win. And you're going to just regret everything that happened. And if you say otherwise, you're a liar and you're not. And I'm going to keep saying it. Sigh. So Gage, Mr. Nice Boy, everyone's being nice in a competition. You play nice from your couch, bitch. Like, dead ass. Like, let me go on there. Like, this is also a TV show. I don't want to be nice. I don't want to see nice. I want to see drama, betrayal, reactions that are explosive. No, I want to split it evenly because I'm a good person. I is stupid. And I just feel like this isn't right. I expect everyone to do the right thing and split the money in 10 ways. How boring would that be? Like, and I'm sorry, everyone, after Michael, it's like you got there and you didn't see the number you thought you were already going to receive, and you still thought to take a lower amount than what you already expected. Like, I don't care if someone doesn't have my back. Bitch, I'm rich. And if you believe in yourself, you can get through them being upset at you. Like, let's be honest. Boring number 3 or 4. I don't even know. I lost count because I don't even want to finish this episode. Because bitches want to split the money with the rest of the players that are left. I feel weird that we all said that we were a family. They already drawn that line. And you don't know, everyone else before you could have not taken the right amount. Clearly they didn't, because look where the pie's pot is at. Like, so who cares at that point? You can literally play the game, well, they did it, so I did it. I don't understand. Like, I expected $100,000 and I'm not even getting that, so I'm just going to take what's left. Unfortunately, you're going to go home with nothing, but blame them, not me. Like, there's some deflection you can do, some negotiation, some understanding that will happen. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks at this point. Once I walked out of there and it was less than $100,000, I'm done. I don't like, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that bullshit, all that weird shit. Like you just said, that should have been more reason for you to take what's left, not for you to split your shit in half. So everyone could be like, yes, she was nice, so I trust her that she still split it 3 ways. No, not me. I'm not going to give 2 motherfucking fucks at that point. It's every man for themselves, and this is the whole point of this game. What aren't you understanding? It's not Beast Game's team winner. It's one individual winner, okay? So play like one. All right? This is casting's issue. Yesenia, player 947, splits it evenly once again. So at least all the players go home with money. Yay, I'm so happy. It was so entertaining to watch. Then split the money fairly, because it's not a competition show. We're not here to screw people over for money. We came here to make friends and be a family. It's a whopping. Good. Optimistic. Realist. So obviously, player 817, the last player, gets the rest of the 3682 that was split against, months of the players. He's a realist. She's like, I understand if someone takes more. I really didn't expect 100 grand to be in there. Like, there are people with kids in here. I feel like they're the ones who probably took a little bit more. And pretty much, I get it. I'm not dumb. I'm shocked that the amount's not zero. And I feel her. She has been through some shit. I think she live on the East Coast. She know what's up. All right. Like, why we're all here. What's the real reason? Like, she is not here to be nice girl on camera. Because I know if she was further up in the line, I don't necessarily think especially if she went after player 830, would she have taken the money so fairly, to be honest? Because she seems like this is the right thing for me and mine, not this is the right thing for everyone else in the game. So after player 817 returns to her house, she's the last player to retrieve money from the mystery box, and Jimmy calls everyone out of their homes, and he's like, I can't wait to see everyone react. She's like, bitch, me too. I scooted my chair closer. I'm like, oh, player 566 about to get shot. Like, he about to get lit the fuck up. It's up and it's stuck because a lot of players are pissed. But boy, oh boy, wait until they find out that he only did that because he saw that Michael, the second person to retrieve money from the box, took an amount that wasn't fair to begin with. So that made him rethink everything that he was going to do. And he did what's best for him because he felt like, shit, people doing that, I'm going to do that too. So they all meet in this circle and they're pretty much like, all right, who the fuck took what? Because like most of us didn't get what we expected. They go around the circle and pretty much 453 is like, yo, I took my part. Girl's like, bitch, how much? The fuck? My part what? Like, what do you consider your part? He's like 223. No one really bats an eye. But then they're like, okay, so if number 4 already got to that amount and she's saying she only had 27 grand, they're looking at 566 like, okay, so you took the rest? And he's like, yeah, I thought about my family. As he fucking should. Okay? Everyone else like, well, we all have family. Okay, and I came here to fight for mine. The fuck? And you still had money left over, number 4. And you didn't take all the money. If you cared about your family that much, you should have took the rest instead of trying to play nice girl integrity. Oh, don't be pissed at him and be pissed at yourself because you took even less money than you could have gave your family if you really cared about them so much. So cut the shit. So 566 defends herself like, you should have put your family first too. And she's like, well, we couldn't because of what was left. Bitch, you didn't take what was left though. If you felt like your share wasn't enough, then you should have took what was left. But you didn't. So you didn't. Make it make sense. If you already thought the amount that you were going to go home with or that was there, not enough, why didn't you take all of it then? Then you're going to take a smaller amount and still shut your fucking gums then. Stop popping it and shut up then. Because you're too busy worrying about everybody else but your family, but then you say you're here and doing it for your family. Like, y'all all about to piss me off. 830 is like, I trusted Michael. I trusted 566, like, that they were going to take 100 grand each, split the 10% evenly, and basically set the trend for everyone else. And they were the two that didn't do that. So she basically takes accountability and she apologized like, damn, I trusted them. I'm fucking shocked, to be honest. Like, I didn't think it was going to go that way. And the person I chose fucked it up for everyone else. She shouldn't feel responsible. Maybe you should have been a little bit more selfish too. Like, girl, you already declined $1 million. I think if you took it this time, I feel like everyone would understand. But now let's give a round of applause for player 566. The smartest one in the game, okay? He's like, we're not here to split the money at the end. I'm going to win the most money for my family because I'm the provider for them. I put food in their bags. I do this, I do that for them. And none of y'all do that. And none of y'all are going to do that. If you win the $5 million, are you going to split it between the rest of us? No. Oh, because I made it to the end, so it's all for me and my family. Okay, and that's how I feel about this challenge right now, too. Oh, okay. So everyone's fucking upset. They feel betrayed. They feel like disrespected. Everyone said they were going to play an honest game. Bitch, yeah, I lied to you. You know why? Because this is a game, and I need you to think that I'm your friend so that I can get far in the game. But I'm going to cut you when I need to, and so did 566. That's exactly what he did. But Jimmy throws a twist, and 930 was absolutely correct. he said that the more money you took, it makes a difference. It's going to make a change in the game. It's going to be either an advantage or a disadvantage. So let's find out. Jimmy basically dismisses them and say, let's get some sleep and y'all find out in the morning whether the amount of money you took helped you or hurt you. People are giving 566 the cold shoulder in the morning. No one wants to even look at him. And he tells Michael, like, hey, I don't even regret my decision. Like, I chose my family. And honestly, the rest of them should too. Like, yeah, you should be upset that you're not getting the money, but this isn't the end of the game. There's still a possibility for you to win money. Stop blaming someone who was looking out for their family. That's what you guys are all doing. And that's what you should expect someone to do and behave. So it's just odd behavior. I feel like everyone forgets that this is a game. Like, it doesn't have to be all sprinkles and rainbows and truth and integrity. Like, not everyone's like that, and not everyone plays the game like that, but they shouldn't be bullied or ostracized because of it, because at the end of the day, there is no rule on it. The deal calls 566 out, like, I was really surprised because of what you told Dino, and that's what I said earlier in this video too. Like, he was talking all this shit, and for him to do this, I think really Michael's decision changed his view of the game, though. And that's what everyone needs to understand. Just because he took the most money doesn't mean he was the most wrong. He decided to do this because of what Michael did. Let's be real. Like, he shouldn't be getting the blame right now. It should be the first person who didn't take the $100,000 to take the blame. Okay? They both took more than what was expected. But because he took a lot more, he's the scapegoat. Get the fuck out of here. 831 Dilp and 566 are going at it. He's like, yo, you can blame Dino and you did the same thing. 566 speaks facts. He goes, no, I didn't eliminate anyone for my benefit. Still have everyone I betrayed in the game. So you guys still have a chance to win $5 million. And I might just go home at 650. Leave me the fuck alone, all right? The fuck? I wouldn't even be entertaining him and giving him the answers and trying to talk to him and da-da-da. Shut up. I did what I did. I said what I said. I'm standing 10 toes on it. If you're not okay with it, go somewhere else with that shit. Bye. People are a little too nice. I know for TV and dialogue, this is good, but like, in real life, get the fuck out of my face. Who are you trying to question and talk to? You also took more. You could have kept the integrity, Dilf, and you could have split the money evenly between the rest of the people that are left. So don't get on me. And also, you're not saying anything to Michael, who took more money than he should, and he's sitting right there too. This whole circle is pissing me off. It really is. Because people love to point the fingers at everyone else but themselves. Michael's tired of the bullshit and the people questioning him, so he pulls them all in a room and basically tells them he's in alliance with 3 other people in this fucking game right now. And it's Gage, it's Patrick, and it's Jeff. Like, he basically outs his alliance and their entire plans to manipulate everyone to get themselves further into the game. He tells Emma they're going to use you as a pawn and then they're going to cut you. He tells them that 817 and 830 are their targets, as well as is Michael, and they're going to do whatever to get their alliance to the game. So y'all need to start playing the game as individuals and really further yourself and figure out who you're actually going to trust in this game, because I'm not just the only bad guy here, and I'm not going to keep taking the blame for everything just because of what I just done in benefit of me and my family, and not at the expense of any of you, because you guys all are still here and the game's not over and there's so much more game to be played. So after 566 has his conversation with the collective, the consensus at the end is pretty much they hear him, but they don't feel him. They feel like you stole money from the community to feed your family, and we still don't respect it at the end of the day. Although he's not the only one who took more than he should have once again. Then they all split into their individual houses and they spend most of their time alone, to where Jimmy calls them back out and he tells them to go to the floor that corresponds with their key holder number. And he tells the audience that 10 of them are going up, but only 6 of them are coming down, which means 4 people are about to be eliminated. This is definitely ending with 10 episodes. I'm disappointed in that. But let's see how we're going to knock out 4 people. We can see here that each player can see the other player, and there goes the red phone again, the infamous red phone. So Jimmy tells them the way that the 6 people that are going to play in the final game are going to get there is by voting. And the money that they took out of the mystery box is what they're going to use to bribe other players to either vote for them to stay in the game. And player 566 has the most money, but everyone already feels the way they feel about him, and it's not going to change anything. So I think giving them money is not going to change their decision. I feel like people are going to take the money from him and still cut him. So it'll be dumb for him to try and give his money away. Also, Patrick, player 930, has no money. So how are people going to vote for him? Because he, integrity-wise, just like, he took no money so that we could have more. I'd vote for him, but he's a threat. So it's interesting to see how episode 9 is going to play out. I know we're here at the end. It's crazy. And Jimmy tells them they have 1 hour to figure this out on who's moving into the top 6. So each player is going to have to vote for the top 6 players to move on, not for 4 players to go home. Obviously, the ones with the least amount of votes are the ones going home. Now, I would love to see 566 still go through. I think he played a smart game, but they're not going to vote him to go through because they feel like he's got enough money and he got what he wanted. So I don't think he's going to get there. We obviously know that 830 is going to get there. 831, I feel like it's going to get there just because of his story. Patrick might get there just because he got no money and he gave other people the opportunity to get more. I feel like Michael's going to be out because he took more than his share. So that leaves 2 more that might not make it through. And honestly, I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. I would love to see 817 get through, but I feel like that alliance is really going to hold on to each other and they're going to vote the other women that are not in their alliance out. So I think it's going to be 817 and the 22-year-old. I forget her name, Emma, maybe. So I think those are going to be the 4 to get out. 566, 817, and whatever number ends is. And the rest of the 6 will go on and to compete for the $5 million in the final challenge. This was an interesting episode. It's insane. It was very shocking. I really didn't think that some people would make the decision that they did. Michael and 566, I just really can't believe that right off the bat that they would take more money. I mean, again, like they said, they didn't know if this opportunity was going to come again. I mean, we're down to the final 10. Like, we're getting down to the end. Like, I need to take as much money as I can go home with right now because we never know what's going to happen and I can go home with nothing. So I really don't blame them. If they did this early on, I'd be more like, what the fuck? But like, at this point, we're cutting down the numbers. Like, I need to secure a bag and I'm going to do what it takes. And I don't blame them. And with that, that's the end of the episode. The timer starts and it's a wrap.